there are still issues with misogynistic behavior in stands, people having journeys to and from games, female fans. And it's something that obviously it's still in society. It's very, very, very difficult to tackle, but it's something that the Fulham Lilies and all the organisations that sort of represent female fans are doing their best to try and bring attention to. And you want to mention a story that happened very, very recently between a Spurs fan and a Brentford fan that you were telling me about.
Yeah, so Eve is a Tottenham supporter, and she travels to matches on her own. And there was an article in the Guardian last week, which some people might have seen, where Eve was sexually assaulted after the Tottenham Brentford match. She was on a packed train, and a guy who was travelling with his two teenage sons. So it gives you an idea of his age. He was late 40s. He sort of grabbed hold of her and he started thrusting into her. And when she obviously complained about this, him, his teenage sons, and the men surrounding her just laughed at her. They just thought it was a joke. And it's 2024, and a lot of people think that this thing doesn't happen anymore, but it does. And the Lilies group, we have a WhatsApp group. When this story broke, so many people put in their stories about how it's happened to them, even as close as this season. Thankfully, because Eve was brave enough to come forward and share her story with The Guardian, Women of the Lane, who are the Tottenham Hotspur female supporters groups, they've contacted her, and they are able to now help and support her and probably be able to offer her support going to away matches, which is great. So she continues to go and support the team she loves. But also, I think it just yesterday came out that the man in question has now been arrested. So it's what we need is our male allies in situations like that. We need our male allies to say this isn't acceptable behaviour, not to sort of stand there and laugh because you feel uncomfortable because everyone else is. We need people to sort of help us and stand up for us.
Absolutely, and incredible that she had the bravery to tell that story and to have a positive outcome in terms of an arrest made as well. Is obviously a positive step, but the fact that happened in the first place in this day and age is totally unacceptable. And anyone watching or anyone who sort of will take anything away from this, if that does happen in a situation where you're on a way to a game, it doesn't even have to be in a football context, just in wider society, do report it, do say something, do speak out, because these are people's lives and that you're affecting, and or that is being affected. And it's so important that these things get spoken about, because unfortunately it's just far too common in society these days.